And now to the forum part of the discussion. We have some very important services that your organizations are providing to the Willow Glen community, and yet we've been going through some very difficult economic times. How has that affected your organizations?
Well, more than anything, it increases the demand for our services. Again, working parents need childcare in order to be able to work. Low-income families also cannot train or improve their lives or go to work without childcare. So it's definitely increased the demand.
Same here. We are in a situation where you have the children who so lovingly have decided to take care of their parents being laid off of work and facing all the challenges that this recession is bringing on. So we are challenged, and we actually have to put on our agenda to think outside the box and figure out ways to make ends meet with less money. And so we have to become very creative and create new partnerships in some cases.
Hope Services is a little bit different. We're not recession-proof by any means because we're primarily funded by the state. So we've seen about a 20% cut in our budget over the last 2 to 3 years. And so that has some fairly deep implications for us. But I think what the recession has done is really caused us to be more creative with our services and do things differently so that we can continue to serve at the same level.
So let's talk about those creative things that you're doing. What are some of those?
Well, I could tell you at Hope Services we've done some really unique things. When the recession came about, we had a real drop in the number of people who were offering jobs to our clients. So we're out there having to think up ways to create jobs for our clients. And in Monterey County, they've been doing some fantastic work. For example, we've been doing a waste to wages program where we go out and partner with an organization, for instance, like Estrella Services, and they work with us to promote an e-waste event. We go on the day of the e-waste event, collect a truck full of electronic waste that is almost nearly untapped in the state of California. We sell that, and then we provide job credits to Estrella Services so that our folks can come out and provide something that's important to them, like janitorial services, or maybe they need their gardens cleaned up or what have you.
Landscaping or something along those lines.
Right.
Yeah, one of the things we did at Live Oak Adult Day Services was partner with Second Harvest Food Bank. We were shopping at Costco, spending thousands of dollars a month for fresh fruits and vegetables and dairy products. So we partnered with Second Harvest Food Bank, became a provider, and we go and shop there, and it's free. But we're stretching our food dollars and saving an incredible amount of money.
And you're seeing some of the same things then?
Well, over the last year and a half, we've also really tightened our belts and really looked at cost savings, changing vendors, getting lower priced purchases for the different things that we were a child care center, so we purchase a lot of different things, meals, supplies. So we've moved our offices to downsize to pay lower rent. So we've implemented a number of cost saving.
So along with cutting expenses and finding creative ways to reduce expenditures, you're also working together with other nonprofit organizations. That takes care of the expense side. All of you are partially dependent on contributions as well. So what creative things are you doing to help with that? And I suppose that's also been impacted by this economy.
Again, we're not as dependent on contributions as some organizations. We do get a majority of our funding from the state of California, which I'm not sure in this environment if that's a good thing or a bad thing. We certainly have cash flow issues, much like virtually every nonprofit organization is having right now. If you get state funding of any kind, you're waiting to be paid. We have contracts in place, but we don't know when that money will start to flow. So that certainly presents a challenge. We're fortunate that we do have some reserves built up from better years, and so we're able to right now survive with that money. The longer the state budget remains unpassed, then that raises a lot of issues, again, not just for our agency, but virtually all nonprofits in Silicon Valley.
Yeah, sure, with that budget more than 2 months out now.
Exactly.
And how about Hope?
I think for us, I don't know that there's been anything new in terms of our fundraising, but it's back to basics. It's doing everything that we should be doing all the time, like, really stewarding our donors well, communicating as much as we possibly can, recalling that we're there so that when times get better, they'll remember all the good work we're doing.
Yeah, we're kind of in a similar boat where we are, I counsel with our families, and they feel really bad when they can't pay what they were paying because the recession has hit them. Somebody's lost a job, or the mortgage crisis came in their door. So what we try to do is always keep focus on the fact that we don't want to turn families away when everybody's in a crisis, and we use it and their stories as an argument when we're writing grant proposals and asking our supporters to give more and not give less. And as an agency that's been around 30 years with high visibility, and the people that we're asking for money know the quality of what we do, it's been working, like my friend from Australia said, so far. But there's only so far this rubber band can stretch. But that's our goal, to not turn families away when they need us most. And like you, yes, the demand for services is up, and it's hard.
Well, I appreciate the efforts that you're going through, particularly through these hard times when the services of your organizations are more necessary for our community. And I hope that as the community becomes more aware through programs like Willow Glen in Motion, that they will support your organizations more as well. I want to thank you all for joining us here at Willow Glen in Motion.
Thank you for having us.
Part of life is dealing with the unexpected. At one time or another, we have all experienced the loss of income, a family member or a friend with special needs, or a person dealing with aging parent issues. All of these challenges can be unmanageable on our own. Fortunately, in Willow Glen, there are organizations, volunteers, and community here to provide support. Willow Glen really is a great place to live, work, shop, play, and be supported by community. In our next 2 programs, we'll be exploring San Jose State, the world-class university in our own backyard. Until next time, let's keep Willow Glen in motion.